Welcome to the South Texas Amateur Tour Podcast, The Power Hour, with your hosts, Travis Salkowski, Dustin Hassan, Casey Graham, Jason Bird, and Michael Germanuelian. Good evening, South Texas amateur golfers. Welcome to the Tour Power Hour. It is, it's Tuesday. It is 8:01, which means we've started on time. And today's date, I'll be honest, it says Tuesday the 27th. I was not sure, I'll be honest with you. The days go by really slow or really fast. And right now they're moving a little slow. But it's Tuesday night. It's Tuesday the 27th of June, and we are kicking it off. Guys, really fun show tonight. Really quick show tonight. Going to talk about the weekend at Northern Hills, the first stroke play event of the season. Talk a little bit about Mission del Lago. That is still currently open for registration. We have the next event, Alt Shot at Cedar Creek, open as well as the third official professional division round tournament sign up available. Lots to talk about tonight. It's going to be just me and Travie on it tonight, so let's jump into it. Let's go ahead and bring out the man, Travis Salkowski.
Woo! It's Tuesday night. It's just me and MD. We got to talk about Northern Hills. It is 8 o'clock on a Tuesday. Do you know where your children are at? Mine's at the dinner table.
Mine is down the street at Grandma and Grandpa's.
Okay, terrific. It's going to be a great night for you.
Well, for at least another hour, and then
well, MD, thank you for hosting as always. I know you gave us a rundown. We got Northern Hills to recap, Mission del Lago stroke play coming up on July 9th, and Alt Shot at Cedar again just opened for registration last night. So there was a big splurge of signups today for the Alt Shot. We expect that one to sell out pretty quick. Lots of room left for Mission del Lago. Good shape that course is in. There's my Yoda for the evening. That course, good shape in it is. But yeah, I love going down to Mission. That's next up. But first, we got to talk about how good Northern Hills was.
Golly, Northern Hills was. I mean, it was about as good as condition as I've ever seen it, and I think we can all kind of agree that probably is the best course in the trails lineup right now. Second being Mission del Lago, but
and
wow,
third being Cedar Creek. I think we go bam here, and it feels really good.
Yep.
So, I thought the greens were very healthy. I thought they were very healthy. I thought the hole locations were really good. Excessively difficult. I thought they were. And I think they were a touch slower than they looked. I think they looked glassy. And then they were a half a foot shorter than they looked, maybe, is the general consensus I heard. But health
Yeah,
over speed for sure. Health over
speed. I think there were some that were plenty fast that definitely had the movement. I think there were others that were a little slow, maybe a little inconsistent in my opinion. But I was a little bitter. I couldn't putt for shit on Saturday. But I think the pins were cool. Granted, I'm the one who set it up, but at the same time, I think we had some traditional pins, some new pins. I think it added, a new element to some scoring out there. We had some good scores, some really low scores, which is a kind of a change of pace for us at Northern Hills. So making some more accessible, some a little bit more difficult. I think the course in general played great. Fairways were good. A couple of tee boxes were, getting worked on. But aside from that, the course was pretty damn immaculate. We did have a record 5 power lines hit. Five times the power line got hit off the tee.
5 power lines and a duck?
And a duck.
And a duck on the first tee. Duck is still alive. The duck did not perish. He definitely has an ace bandage on, though, right now. But such is the hazards of playing Northern Hills. Lots of ducks. Lots of
ducks
power
knew
lines,
what they were getting into.
Lots of power poles. Lots of good scores. And then Northern Hills kind of finished really strong at the end. Lots of par skins in the higher flights. 7 flights, though. That's the big story coming out of Northern Hills on the front end with 7 flights. It ended up being 137 golfers, one of the largest summer events ever, and the largest summer stroke play event ever, for sure.
Yeah.
So, really happy with the way Northern Hills showed, though.
That was probably the most fun tournament I've played in a while. I did not play well, but it was me, Keo, Mark Jeske, and Tim Smith, and
what a cool pairing.
And we had, I could not hit an iron for shit, and I couldn't make a putt to save my life. But I don't think I've laughed. That's probably the most I've laughed in an event. And I said something to Keo after, because Keo was like, "Dude, you didn't It's like, I know you didn't play well, but you really didn't get mad at anything today." I was like, I can tell you right now.
Oh, that's so good.
I was like, I picked being happy over getting angry and shooting well.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Everybody stop the presses, turn the background music off, screeching halt. It's 7:50. I'm sorry. We are 7 minutes and 58 seconds into this podcast at 8:08 p.m. And MD has chosen happy over angry. Special news bulletin alert.
Special news bulletin. Turns out I don't play good golf when I'm happy and in a good mood. Turns out Mike needs to be angry at himself a lot. Yeah. So we'll make those adjustments for Mission.
So Mission, you're just going to be super angry the whole time, and if you shoot better, that's the way to go.
I will.
I love the bell curve that I'm creating in my mind right now.
I'm not going to take any meds for a couple of days. I'm not going to.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not going to do anything, and I'm going to go out to Mission, and I'm going to go play, and people think I'm in a manic state, but I go out and shoot 65 or some bullshit.
Oh my gosh, that would be terrific. Just like everyone thought I was crazy on the Irish course that day. Full crazy was on display.
The amount of I think it throws the bell curve into, if I were to go do that and then have the result that I'm looking for and it works, that would be, it's a definitive answer for me. I know what the rest of my life is going to be no more anything.
Yes.
I'm going to go. But
it's crazy. Hey, FYI, guys, I'm battling a really shaky internet. I'm not getting a lot of good screen here. I'm definitely not getting any comments. I'm getting no other websites.
Fortunately, no one's commented as far as I can tell.
Okay, okay, perfect. That's terrific. No Bird, no Casey, no Dustin. There's not going to be a lot of comments this evening.
No one cares.
Yeah,
apparently.
I know, it feels so bad.
But
who's your favorite
I
tour
think
ambassador.
Well, and I think you and I talked about it. I think off weeks are going to be the weeks where the guys will be on a little bit more, and we'll do the longer shows and that kind of stuff. I think the Tuesday after events are going to be more that 30, 45-minute recap show will mess around a little bit, but ultimately just highlight the amazing weekend and what's coming up.
Yeah,
more
I love
than
it.
anything.
I think that's a great strategy, like a plan and a strategy. I love it.
Planagy. So let's talk about results for Northern Hills.
I love it. Let's start. Okay, I'm going to do the recap, talk a little scores. You're going to take care of the photos, and
we have photos to show.
All right, terrific. All right, let's start. Let's go top down. There's lots of them, so run with us, everybody. This is the 2023 STX AM Tour Summer Event number 2 on the Alamo City Golf Trail Division. This stroke play at Northern Hills this past Saturday, 3 days ago. Here we go. Running down championship flight winner, Steve Landry. 4 under, 68, Steve Landry. I love the victory cookies this week. Stained glass theme. They're really good. Really liked them.
Like the mosaic look, yeah.
And that's with a bogey on the 18th hole. Closes with a bogey for 68 and a 3-shot lead.
And he opened
3-shot win. 3-shot win.
I want to.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, he played really well. It was a really good showing by Steve. Started out a little rocky, I know, at the beginning, and kind of worked his way back into it. And I mean, dude played lights out.
I agree. I think it looks good. I thought his body language was great. His swing looks good. He's playing in the Firecracker on July 9th. Firecracker Tour stuff. And it's awesome to have Steve Landry back, and awesome to have Steve Landry back playing great golf.
Yep, that's a name we hadn't seen in a while.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and on the net side of championship flight, with a 2-shot victory, we have Dustin Hassan. There he is, rocking the VC, the victory cookie. There's a comment. Casey's in Arizona right now. He's playing Quintero tomorrow with Kevin Keeney and a couple others. Aunt Natalie, Kevin Keeney, and Casey Graham out in Arizona getting in some
their best lives playing golf.
It's one of the weirdest times where you can leave San Antonio and go to Scottsdale and it be colder in Scottsdale than it is in San Antonio. So I don't know if that's true, but it sure as heck is hot.
It's a much drier heat. It's hot there, but it's drier. It's a little bit more manageable.
Thank you, Casey, and thank you, CJ, for commenting. I was picking up my phone to text MD to see if, maybe we weren't on or something, I guess.
We're definitely on. I was going to start.
It's no Casey, no Bird, no Dustin.
I was about to start turning on the burner accounts.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I don't have the internet strength for that. I can't even watch myself at the same time,
Oh, my God. Okay, moving on.
There's Scott. We're here. He confirmed we're on. Keep going. Okay, first flight. First flight had the late tee times. First and second flight teed off late. Something different. MD, you were in first flight this weekend. How'd you like teeing off at 1:30?
I don't mind teeing off late. I should not have started. I shouldn't have shown up at 8 and helped do the starting and stuff like that.
It's my fault. It's my fault now.
I was exhausted before I hit the first tee shot.
And I'm out.
Aside from that, I was perfectly fine. I had my cooling towel.
I loved my cooling towel.
Had the water bottles. Shout out to our ambassadors, Laura and Sean.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, making sure that we were staying cold. I mean, Laura
10 cases of water. 10 cases of water they passed out on the back nine.
Laura came up to me. Laura drove up to me. She's like, "MD, take your towel and dunk it in the cooler with all the water, and just let it sit in the ice for a second." I did that, and I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm gonna finish
for real. Listen, I wasn't playing, but I was starting, and I had the cooling towel on, and did my best to stay as much in the shade as I could.
Yep.
And listen, it was warm, but with the cooling towel, it was okay.
The cooling towel, yeah. I mean, I was perfectly fine during the cooling towel saved my life. We had a fan, the waters. Everyone did.
Yeah, the fan outside was great.
Yeah, I mean, so it was very, very doable out there. And again, like it's like anything else, just you park in the shade. Yeah, I didn't really have any issue. I don't think pace of play was terrible for the.
I thought pace of play was
E2.
really good. Pace of play was great in the morning until somewhere around the noon hour, and then we dropped a little bit to 4.5 hours. And I think the last group of the tournament played in 4:53 or 4:55,
which is still better than the average.
Yeah, I feel really good about that. I really liked it, and I thought that the ambassadors that we had out, Laura, Sean, and you were out there for a little bit afterwards, and Greg Graff was out there for a little bit afterwards. Jason Bird made an appearance on the golf course out there for a little bit afterwards as well. And thanks to all the ambassadors and specifically Laura and Sean.
Yeah, I would bet they saved at least one person's life.
Tour saving lives. I love it.
I mean, that's just
where are
value we bring.
Well,
we are on to first flight in our winners.
We're not forgetting Micah. We're not forgetting Micah. Micah did a great job starting after he played. So yes, absolutely. Micah did a great job. He came early. He started. He teed off. He won, and then he went back and started again. So that throws MD's ambassador and caused me to play bad theory right out the window. Congratulations, Micah. Thank you so much. All right, we're just getting to. And MD's going to take off. I'm not sure he can do that. He's running the show.
The fun thing is, if I left for real, Travis has 0 buttons he can push other than enter or leave.
For real. I just have to sit here and keep talking until you decide to get mad at me and come back. Yes. Yeah. That's a very lonely place to be.
Especially with you just sitting there in silence and people are just watching and judging. Oh,
it's like the Rocco's Modern Life where they did just a blank screen for 15 minutes.
Yeah, God, what a throwback.
I know, right?
Those Modern Life.
Oh,
wow.
Just an overexposed screen for 15 minutes. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, let's get back to
let's get back to first flight. Oh my God, what a derailment.
First flight. Danny Lee wins first flight, 71. One-shot gross lead over Jason Bird, and then it turned out to be a 4-shot lead over Wes Irie. Danny Lee, first flight. Gross victory cookie. First flight on the net side. There he is. Here he is. This is his first ever in the history of the Cookie Mafia and Laura Lewis and the Cake Place and more. Jason Bird wins first flight net
it's
by
only
3
taken
shots
3
over
years,
Kacheski,
but we're here.
And comes home with a victory cookie. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. I was monologuing.
I said it's been 2 years, but it's finally happened.
This
the guy who said he was going to shoot 80.
This is his first victory cookie, and I think maybe his second gift card in half a decade.
It's ever since he left me as a partner for the 2-man events. Yeah, he's been on a pretty downward spiral.
Oh,
I can't be sure if they're connected, but I would be willing to bet.
I agree. I'm sorry. I'm chomping on a popsicle. I was outside doing outside chores before the podcast, and it's hot. I agree. These cookies were on point. I really like the stained glass theme. I saw it right away. Scotty Williams congratulating Birdman. Wish he was here. He might jump on in a minute. I'm not certain. He is on destination for work right now. Casey's on destination for golf right now. Casey's playing top 100 course tomorrow, Quintero.
Yep.
So, well, excited to see some feedback from his trip.
We'll make that part of his highlight reel for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love it.
Let's find out where that sits on his list.
Moving down the leaderboard from Northern Hills this past week on tonight's Power Hour podcast, we've got Dakota Elbers winning a scorecard playoff against Ruben Ramirez for gross in second flight.
which we do not have a picture of him.
Oh, we don't?
No.
Oh, I think I got one. I think
you might have both pictures for that flight.
Oh, really? Oh, I feel terrible now. We'll see. This is not going to work, is it? This is not going to work.
What you say? That is not going to work. If you want to send them to me, I can.
Oh, you can kind of see his mustache.
Why don't you just send them to me, buddy?
Okay, sending it to you right now. This is what we do to MD. This is what we do to MD every week. We're like, hey, here's a picture, bud. Can we put this on the show? Like normally it's like 2 minutes before the show. Now we're during the show. That is Dakota Elbers, everybody. Scorecard playoff win in second flight. Man, 78 is a great second flight score. Played
a very
really
strong
well.
Second flight score. And that's him winning. That's the second week in a row.
That is back-to-back victory cookies. Yes. And we'll get to the point standings later. Is that accurate?
That is correct.
Okay, we'll talk about the point. There is
Dakota.
MD. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a text message from me to MD during the show live and him uploading the photo and getting it onto the screen in 15 seconds. That is technology, folks. Dakota Elbers, there's the mustache, back in victory lane, victory cookie. Second flight net goes to Ruben Ramirez. So the scorecard playoff for Gross, and then Ruben came in first net. I do not have a picture of Ruben to text you. I apologize.
No problem.
Moving down the leaderboard. Let's stay right there. That's a two under net for Ruben. That was a scorecard playoff there with Mario Martinez, who ended up coming in second. Gross. So great playing from Ruben, Mario, and not quite enough to get down to where Dakota's score was. Another great score from Dakota. Congratulations, guys, in second flight. Third flight.
Good work.
Yeah, third flight goes to Dan Burke, 76, 39-37. Played great on the back nine. There's a photo, Dan Burke. No victory cookie in the photo, though, but he was excited to get it. 76 is a great third flight score. I mean,
it's a really good third flight score, but that
really good. It's 76, 79, 81 were the low gross scores in third flight. I mean, that's awesome.
I mean, that's what happens when you get 7 flights.
It's the handicaps are so compact in the middle. It's just such good golf. Third flight net goes to Ambassador Micah Carroll. Congratulations, Micah. That is a 69, 3 under par for Micah. Great score. Micah shot 79 gross, playing good golf. I'd like to point out that we can go back a long ways of photos of Micah. This might be the first time he's smiling.
I mean, that's hardly. I mean,
he's playing. He normally does the straight.
See, I think for you,
listen, that's freaking showing teeth for Micah. Okay. For sure.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you think about it. Think about when Caitlin was a baby. Like, I think about it when Emma was a baby. I look at a video and I go like, are you smiling? Are you smiling? And she's like 7 days old. And to me, it looks like she's smiling, but in real life, she's just giving me like, the fuck do you want from me kind of face. That's what I think is the situation here. Like, I think you think that that's a smile. I don't think that's a smile. I don't think it's a smile. Comment below if you think that's a smile.
I think that's a smile. Comment below if you think that's a smile. Can we see it in the comments now? That is a smile. That's a big smile for Micah Carroll.
It's interesting. If you put your finger over the picture and you cover one half of his face, one half looks angry, one half looks happy.
Oh, it absolutely does. That's hilarious. That's great. I agree. It's a smile, Mike. I agree. I'm winning right now. Oh, there's Scotty Williams.
People are supporting Travis Lukowski.
Played good again with Scott Williams. Scott Williams is the good luck charm right now. Guys, I'm sorry. My
CJ
is just zoning out. I can't even keep a straight picture, so I'm going to leave the camera off for a little bit. Is that okay, MD?
I think everyone would appreciate it, to be honest with you.
Oh,
I mean,
brutal.
That's where I'm at right now. Everyone's just saying it's a smile and disagreeing with me.
There's the comment from CJ we were looking for right there. That's the one.
Yep. There you go. Back up again. There you have it. As close as you get.
I agree. I'll take the win there. That's perfect.
Fine. The win goes.
All right. We are moving on to fourth flight. We are halfway home. Fourth flight gross. We've got Michael Easterling shooting an 80 with a one-shot win. Playing great. That's 80, 81, 83 is the low gross in fourth flight. Great playing. Wow. Fourth flight net goes to a great score. Welcome to second flight, Greg Graff, for sure.
And for those of you counting at home, that is 4 ambassadors in the winner's circle.
It was a good week for ambassadors.
It was a good week to be an ambassador.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. They played great. They practiced hard. They hit lots of golf balls. Greg Graff's at San Pedro all the time. I mean, practicing hard, playing good, and
he might be there right now for all we know.
He probably is. And it's a good day when you beat Willie Nichols by Quattro.
I mean, that just doesn't happen much these days. I agree. That's a bench to be set right there.
Congratulations, Greg and Michael Easterling. Great victory cookies. Love them. Fifth flight, everybody. 84 wins fifth flight. That's a 4-shot lead over second place. Jack Higginbotham.
Welcome back to the tour, Jack.
Welcome back, Jack. Jack
Confirmed.
Higginbotham.
He just
good
left
dude.
San Pedro.
That's great. I love it. Well, no watching the podcast while driving. That seems dangerous. Fifth flight net. Lazaro Gonzalez. Last wins. Fifth flight net takes home the victory cookie for his 2 under 70.
And he took that cookie home before we could get a picture of him.
No picture. Loss. We apologize. CJ Gomez played great. I know he's watching. CJ just a couple strokes behind Gross and only 2 shots behind net. CJ played good. Ended up taking second Gross.
Yep.
All right.
You had me panicking for a second. I didn't hear you say second. I was like, did he win? I don't have his picture.
No, I'm sorry, CJ. I'm sorry he wasn't winning. No win for CJ.
No win for CJ. He's a winner in our hearts, though.
He's a winner in our hearts. You betcha he is.
Moving on to sixth flight.
Sixth flight.
The final
of our
flight.
Record-breaking field. 89 one-shot victory for Charles Clark on the gross side. Charles Clark. Look at this guy. He is so excited right now. I love it. I made him laugh while taking the picture, so I'm taking credit for it. But I'm just kidding. The picture doesn't exist without his 89 and his first place gross. Congratulations, Charles.
That may be the happiest winner's picture I've seen.
It certainly feels cool looking at it right now. And he's watching. There he is right now. I love it. That's great. He's laughing. He's rolling on the floor laughing. I love it. I did make him laugh. I tried. I tried hard. The smile was too serious for that late in the day. It was deep into the afternoon taking that photo. Bearing the heat, playing good, winning victory cookies, having a good time.
There you go. That's what it's all about.
And on the net side, with a one-shot victory, John Cully, 68, 4 under. Just like Micah, that's a smile for John. That's a big smile for John. Congratulations to John and Clark and Charles Clark, not Clark, Charles. John and Charles, sixth flight cookie winners. Congratulations to all of our cookie winners. I'm going to click the camera back on and see if I'm in the country internet is doing better. But I'm trying. I know I did a bad job. I'm sorry. I apologize to all those guys. It's normally Dustin's role to highlight the flights and the winners, but I tried to live up to those big shoes.
It's tough to live up to Dustin. I mean, it's the man. The man is a tour winner. He's an eloquent speaker. He's beautiful.
5 teams in a row.
5 teams in a row. I mean, so it's tough to fill in
more
for him.
stars than Casey. By a half
more
of
stars.
by a whole star.
By a whole star. I mean, technically, Casey's is an asterisk. One of them for sure.
Don't say that on the podcast. That's terrible.
The captain star from last year. Not anything else or anything that he'll think of. That's the one I meant. Yes. Oh my God, I have to call him and apologize.
Yeah, I know it's gonna get Rob Story, and he's watching in Arizona, and now he's gonna shoot, 68 tomorrow at Quintero. Just all mad, fueled
I've motivated him to shoot so well tomorrow.
I really, again, going back to course conditions at Northern Hills, I thought it was great. I thought for sure it was the best course conditions we've had all year. Mm-hmm. And excited to hear that Mission Del Lago is in great shape, and excited to get down back to see Clint and his team at Mission Del Lago.
I was going to say Clint and those guys love us, and they always take such good care of us there. And Clint's been on the show before. Clint knows how much course conditions mean to everybody who comes out to the course, but also to the tour. And he's been such a good partner to us. So excited to get out to Mission.
We'll see for those that don't know, Clint Bach at Mission Del Lago is a PGA professional. And not only does he run, he's dual manager. Not only does he run the golf operations at Mission Del Lago, but he's also the superintendent. So he's managing that whole facility, and man, he's there all the time. And I made a comment to somebody on Saturday where I was like, the whole golfing community on the trail, golfers, employees, the whole kit and caboodle, you add them all up, and Clint cares more.
Yeah.
And it just shows at Mission Del Lago, and it's awesome. And I just love being there. I love being there. And I love being there because of Clint.
Yeah. And I mean, it's, it was fun getting to see him, and you talk about, not only does he manage it and do all this stuff, but I mean, I've worked in the golf industry. You worked in the golf industry. Sometimes you just have to hop in the picker, go hop on the mower and go knock out a tee box or go knock out a fairway, whatever. I mean, when I was there setting up the tournament for the Masters, man, he was riding around. I saw him in the morning first thing. It's still pitch black. He's riding around mowing and doing stuff because he was short somebody. I see him in the afternoon working back in the shop doing stuff. Like, he's all over the place.
He mows in the morning and then pulls carts and then checks in the shotgun start and then goes back and mows rough all day, and then he fixes irrigation and digs holes, and then he's a mechanic. And I mean, that's off to Clint. For sure.
But
Can't wait. When is that? That's July 9th.
That is the July 9th.
July 9th.
Back to
that
Sunday,
is a
July
Sunday
9th.
event. Yeah, Sunday event, July 9th. Individual stroke play. Still lots of room. It is going to sell out, but there's lots of room right now. So get up and in on that. And then next tournament after that, we are back to Cedar Creek, 2-person alt shot. I mean, we had such a great time there in spring with that event. Let's do it again.
Yeah, I mean, I said it before. Alt shot's my favorite event of the season. I love alt shot. I think that plays.
Terrible.
I think it's just
so hard. I hate it.
I think it is. I love it. Like, I mean,
alt shot's so bad for me because I'm such a bad putter. Like, I am such a bad putter that alt shot just sucks for me. Because I have to pull somebody else into my trash.
I've said it before. Like, I like the strategy of it. Like, I know my partner's strengths and weaknesses. I kind of lay out the game plan for it. And, I have a good time. Whether it works out or not is always to be seen. But I've had the benefit of good fortune the last couple of years doing it. So I love alt shot. I love Cedar.
I love Cedar. I love Cedar.
I lived on the golf course forever. That's where I used to practice and play the most. Like, that to me, I love Cedar and just love that golf course in general. Like, people say, "Oh crap, we got to go play Cedar," and I sit there and I'm like, I don't get to play here enough.
I like to consider myself a creative golfer. I love using slopes. I love using contours. I mean, we joke a lot, like it's all about the contours. Use the contours. I mean, we joke like that a lot, and Cedar Creek's one of the courses where you can really, really do that, and it's exaggerated so much.
Well, and we've said it time and time and again. Like it is, the guys who drive the ball a mile, or the guys who like to rip driver, and they are not maybe the strongest iron or wedge player or something like that. Like that's where the course gets even and gets level for some people. Like for me, like that golf course is always fun for me because, I mean, I'm a better driver of the ball now these days, but like my strongest areas were built around having to go play courses like Cedar Creek and having to rely on hitting wedges and good iron shots. But it's such a fun course, and that again easily in the top 3 of conditions right now as well.
Yeah, Cedar. I like Cedar. Again, it's same thing you just said. I'm hitting the T-ball way better now than maybe historic averages for me. Mm-hmm. And I always like Cedar. I always like Cedar and Brack, because you don't have to hit driver. Like it's fun to hit driver at Brack, so you can hit it wherever. But at Cedar, I mean, maybe 12. Hole number 3 is a mandatory driver. And
that's probably the only hole that I would say I have to try and hit driver on. Everything else, I'm only hitting driver if I'm feeling like super good.
From the back tee on the left side, number, what is it, 6 now? Old 15? Par 4, yeah. Dog leg right after the par 3. That's driver for most, right?
Yeah. I think that's driver, or if you're just going out to the bunker out on the left on the hill.
And there's no back tee on 8, old 17. So there's no back tee there now. So that does not have to be driver, even though it's uphill. It doesn't have to be. Sometimes driver gets you too close to that rock face on the left.
And 18 18 old 9. I mean, I think you want to pound driver because it all can kind of funnel back in, but you don't necessarily need to play the driver there.
I hit driver, way, way, way back in the day, and in the San Antonio Open, hit driver under, down to the right there by the cart path. And after that, I never hit driver again. It's always iron up top, hybrid up top, whatever. But up top, I'd rather have 6 iron in there than, I didn't have the chipper in the bag then. I was just going to say chipper from the trees. But chipper from the trees is probably statistically better for me than 6 iron. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think either way, I think it's still, the golf course itself always sets up to be challenging and fun.
It's a pretty cool swing, though, to go Northern Mission Cedar. I like that.
And I think I think it's also, again, a nice change of pace a little bit. I think we saw Willow a lot last year. I think there was a little bit of Willow fatigue towards the end of the season at that point. Once they,
you mean almost?
Almost. Excuse me.
Almost. Yeah.
Almost. Excuse me.
I didn't catch it right away because I'm looking at the schedule and I was looking for Willow. I was looking for Willow because we haven't been at Willow all spring.
Yeah, haven't been to Willow all spring. Like that's kind of I
2 months. 2 months to get to Willow.
August and hopefully 20th. They'll have it. I haven't really read anything or seen anything bad, but Lord knows I'm sure there's people out there waiting to pounce. But like I don't know what conditions Willow is under right now. I know that they've been working.
They're working hard, and actually I talked to Chris Ladd at Northern. Chris runs Willow Springs for the Alamo City Golf Trail, and he was excited about it. He was excited about the course condition at Willow.
I'm excited to get to. Thank you, Timmy. I enjoyed playing with you, man. I
was waiting for you to pull that in. I'm like, an MD compliment. We got to get it in there.
This is as rare as it gets.
I know, man.
That's like saying MD was calm
on a show without Bird, Casey, or Dustin. Viewership is at an all-time low.
And I mean,
we were 12 minutes in before we got the first comment. I texted Casey to comment to make sure we were live.
Yeah, it was not good. Not feeling strong about that to start. But man, it's
MD compliment. I love it, sir. I love it. Thank you, Tim, for giving that shout out to MD there.
I appreciate it. I definitely want to play with Tim again for sure. I said earlier, I had a blast in that group. But I think Cedar will be fun. I can't wait to get to Willow. I can't wait for Riverside to open. Hopefully, still on track for October. It'll be nice to kind of get back there and add that course back to the mix. I'm excited to go play Almost at some point. When do we have Almost next on the schedule?
Oh, not until the final event of the year.
Really?
Yeah, October 1st, the PC Open at Almost Basin.
Okay. Well, there you go. So
here we go. I'll run down. I have the calendar up right now.
Let's look at the calendar.
We've got July 9th, Stroke Play, Mission del Lago, open for registration.
Open for registration. Go.
July 22nd, 7 a.m. early morning tea time start. Cedar Creek alt shot. Double points. Open for registration. And then we've got August the 6th, Brackenridge Park Stroke Play. Very interesting.
Ooh.
Very rare that we have a mid-season stroke play. But it's kind of this new cool thing with the PC Open being at Almost Basin for the summer major.
Brack up for it,
Brack for stroke play.
Yeah.
And then we make our season debut at Willow Springs on August 20th for stroke play. Double points with the Willow return. Then we go September 2nd, Mission del Lago Best Ball. Awesome. It'll be great.
Love that one.
Then we go back out to Cedar Creek for stroke play.
I love stroke play at Cedar.
And then we wrap up at Almost Basin, 36 holes PC Open, October 1st. And then I'm not looking at the. Hold on one second.
I don't think we have the playoff dates officially announced.
We have the playoff dates. They can be announced there. October 14th and 15th, and 21st and 22nd.
That's right.
The first weekend is still TBD because it will not be at Riverside. Riverside will be maybe November-ish, and absolutely no rush in that. That's going to be special. It's going to be a really cool. It's a really neat redo and a really cool layout. It's not going to be like Almost Basin, but it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. And we're going to get to have a new course record.
Yes. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Maybe the first event or an early season event in 2024 at Riverside Stroke Play to set that up.
Dude, I love Riverside. That's usually a place I've gotten a win every season. So the first season it's not in the lineup, and I'm missing it truly.
Before the San Pedro remodel, I thought that the par 3 course at Riverside was so good. So good. When it was the first San Pedro course and Riverside were the two short courses. Riverside's short course, so fun. I'm so excited to see that too.
Yeah,
I love that. I love all those little knockdown shots under trees. Like that's so fun.
Yeah, I know you have a special place in your heart for short courses. So
I love short courses. I mean, and you know what? Fun fact. Not a lot of people know this. The tour event was at Riverside the day my daughter was born. I left the tour event at Riverside to go pick up Sabrina and go to the hospital. Yep. So excited to get back to Riverside, but it won't be this calendar year.
Yeah, it is what it is. But we do have. I mean, obviously, we're getting to play some really good golf courses on repeat here. We'll have Mission a couple of times. We'll have Cedar a couple of times. Obviously, we've seen Northern for potentially the last time this season. Can we do a Facebook poll? If
Course of choice for playoffs round 1 and 2, what would the golfer choose if the golfer could choose?
We can post that. We can absolutely post that.
I think that would be great. Let's see. Not Brack. So not Brack, not Cedar. So
Riverside.
Or Riverside. So what is that?
We limited it significantly, but
Mission, Almost, Willow, Northern.
Dude, I gotta pick Northern.
I think I'd pick Northern too.
I'd pick Northern every day of the week. I think that course ends up. I mean, we saw this weekend you can make the course a little bit easier, but we also know you can make that golf course super tough.
I think it would be really cool. Oh, poor Mission. Isn't it too hot Oh, I see. Northern Hills, I agree. Isn't it too hot for mosquitoes right now?
Dude, the mosquitoes at Northern Hills are not like geographically found anywhere else on Earth. Those things just don't care what season it is. They live.
They're prehistoric.
Yeah. I mean, I saw one pick a kid up and fly it away.
Oh, it's terrible.
Like, it's brutal out there.
It's like a scene from The Croods. Like,
exactly. Let's look at top 10.
Oh, point standings alert. Point standings alert. This is through 2 events. Beep. Special news bulletin. Beep. Point standings, top 10. Actually, top 11. There's a top 12. There's a tie there, a 3-way tie at 10. That is back-to-back victory cookies
for Dakota Elbers. And that gets you first place. Keep winning victory cookies, staying in first place. Now the pressure's on for Dakota. Can he go wire to wire? I think Willie Nichols went wire to wire last summer. Is that correct? If Casey was here, he'd tell us.
Yeah,
but
Casey's not here.
I think it's tough. It's tough to do. We shall see. A 50-point lead is a big lead early in the season like that.
Did Dustin run it in the summer or in the spring? Excuse me.
I don't believe so.
Maybe he didn't take the lead till maybe a week or 2 in.
I don't know.
I know he had it for a while.
I don't know. But going wire to wire is tough. Dakota's got the chance, so we shall see.
He's off to the right start.
Charles Clark, second place. There's Willie Nichols. That is this is a good topic to talk about. That is Willie Nichols in an STMPC slot, already qualified for the team. So if the season would end today, there would be a 4-way tie on the team. That's a terrible example, Trav. It's a terrible example. Willie's already on the team, so that third spot would go down, and we'd have to figure out ties there. I believe there is a tiebreaker written in the FAQ page for multiple ties, and what spots fall off on the South Texas Match Play Challenge team. Let's talk about that T4. That is T4 for Chris Arnold, Bradley Gilbert. There's Greg Graff and Dustin Weldon. 8th place is Brian Perlberg and Ruben Ramirez. And then there's that big T3 at 10. 3 players tied at T10. Man, living. I'm looking at an Excel sheet. It's 9 o'clock looking at an Excel sheet, and my mind is going crazy. Lazaro Gonzalez, Dustin Hassan, and Roy the Funky Cole Medina rounds out your top 10 tonight. Lots of new names on that top 10, wouldn't you say? Some familiar faces, but lots of new names.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, and this is kind of the other piece of it, and something that, I think we have to talk about a little bit more maybe down the road as the signups continue. But this is the kind of stuff that happens when you get to like 7 flights.
You're exactly right. I love the larger the fields, the more points dispersed.
Yeah.
I
and
love
players disperse. Those people who don't normally play in a specific flight are maybe getting bumped up a flight. Some get bumped down a flight. But now you're creating this separation of flights where, a couple of people who maybe are always competing with each other maybe now aren't having to, and they're able to put up a win where maybe they haven't always had that shot.
It's so great that you brought that up. And I'm going to use First Flight as an example right now, where Danny Lee and Jason Bird are winning victory cookies instead of, grinding out 73s in champ flight, So I love that tight dispersion rate, and it's the bigger the fields, the more flights, the more gift cards, the more prizes, the more points. It's good all the way around.
Yep, absolutely.
Congratulations to all the victory cookie winners. Congratulations to the top 10, or really the top 13. Big shout out to Danny Martinez and the maintenance team at Northern Hills. Big shout out to Al Martin and the golf course operations team at Northern Hills. I thought it was great. The new golf carts are awesome. The new range tee is awesome. The range balls were great. We never ran out of carts. Pace of play was awesome. Gatorade was cold, and the food downstairs was great.
Yep. Absolutely.
MD, kick it back to you, bud.
Guys, that is all we have for you. Again, go to the website below. That is stxamtour.golf. Get signed up. Mission Del Lago open for registration. Stroke play event. Alt Shot at Cedar open for registration. And always just be on the lookout for the newsletter, all the other things going on around the tour. But guys, go get signed up for events today. Hey, make sure if you get a chance, come see us at the tent, at Starters Tent. We have we'll post some pictures, but we have new merchandise, new shirts, new Armadillo shirts out there. We sold a bunch this weekend. Have more designs, some more summer stuff coming.
I love the new summer collection of shirts. They're awesome. I love the sublimated logos. I love the way the material feels. I love this new STX Am Tour Summer Collection polos, available at the Starters Tent and scoring tables at every event this summer.
Yep. Make sure that you guys check those out. We've got the cooling towels for sale at the first tee as well. Guys, it's going to be continually hot out there. These tournaments, it's not going to get any cooler. So make sure, come grab your STX Am Tour towel at the starters box as well. Aside from that, that's really all I have for us. This might be our most on pace and on track show we've ever done.
Well,
so I thank you.
And that's why everyone loves Bird and Casey and Dustin, because they can go. And let's recap. Let's talk about Mission Del Lago coming up and Cedar Creek Alt Shot, both open for registration. stxamtour.golf. Sign up today. Congratulations, Victory Cookie winners. Everybody, thank you for watching. MD, final thoughts, bud?
Scotty Williams said it. Shortest show ever. I apologize to Tim Smith. I know he enjoys watching this show. Usually gets a good hour 15 out of us. I think he finds that pretty entertaining. That's what we were talking about this weekend. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Look forward to seeing you guys here coming up this on the 9th, excuse me. If we don't see you before that, have a safe and happy 4th of July. We are going to be, my daughter was born on July 3rd. We're going to be doing her birthday party on Monday and Tuesday a little bit. So that'll be fun. But
I'm running home. I'm running back to Kohler, Sheboygan for just a minute. I'll try to post some photos from Black Wolf Run and let everybody know how it's going up there. I'm going to see some family and talk some tour travels with Destination Kohler. There's my little tease for the evening. I'll leave you all with that.
Tour Travels 2024 going to French Lick, Indiana. But Scott Williams, I have no idea. 53 minutes, that's got to be a record for us.
It definitely is.
Guys, happy 4th of July. Thanks for watching. Congratulations, Victory Cookie winners.
Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Have a good night, and we will see you guys at Mission Del Lago. Have a good night.